guys know what socializing means?
No.
That means talk to other kids and get to play with other kids. That's called socializing. So they always ask, well, how do they do that? Because other kids, when they go to school, they talk with the kids a lot and they make friends and they play. The number one question I get asked whenever I tell someone that I homeschool is, how do they socialize? I don't know why that's the number one question I get asked. I guess is because people just are ignorant about homeschooling. They've not experienced, oh my gosh, a bee just flew in here. I don't know where it's at. It flew out. I don't know what I was saying before that, but I think I was saying people just have never experienced homeschool and they don't know anything about it. And I used to be worried about them socializing because my kids have never gone to daycare or school or anything like that. I've pretty much been a stay-at-home mom their whole entire lives. So people kind of instilled that fear in me whenever I kept them home with me. So when they were younger, I really used to worry about them being socially weird or not socializing enough. And it's something I used to actually worry about, and I really wasted my time worrying about it. It is not a big deal in the way that people make it seem. So if you're a stay-at-home mom or you stay home with your kids or you're planning a homeschool, worrying about socialization is the last thing you need to be worried about. Yes, it's important that your kids get out, but homeschooling is not trapping your kids in the house and never leaving and they never see anybody and they're in jail. That's not what homeschooling is. Homeschooling is freedom, and you get the freedom to take your kids out every single day, take them to different places. They can experience different people. They can socialize with all kinds of different people, people older than them, younger than them, peers, people in different life situations. So they can actually socialize more than kids in school, depending on you and what you do with your kids. Think about how many people say that they have social anxiety right now, and most of these people, more times than not, have actually went to school and went to public school their whole entire lives. I have actually went to public school my whole entire life, and I get awkward and feel a little bit weird in social situations. So homeschooling, I don't really think contributes, or I'll say it like this: homeschooling doesn't make your kid awkward or socially awkward or have social issues. This is just my personal opinion, but whenever kids go to school and they're with their peers every day, there's a lot of pressure on them to fit in or to be cool. There's just that peer pressure, and there's also bullying could take place. I found with myself growing up, I never learned how to be myself. I never learned about myself because I was always worried about maybe what my friends were doing and how I would fit in with them. And I wasn't as much of a free thinker as I should have been. So now that my kids are homeschooled, they don't have that pressure on them to fit in with anybody. They could explore their own interests, judgment free, without any pressure or without worrying about getting bullied at school because someone may think you're not cool, or, you know, that's not cool to do whatever they're doing. So now they have the freedom to just discover themselves without any peer pressure or anyone around them telling them they're lame or they're not cool because they're doing certain things. So right now we're actually currently at the Children's Museum, and this is one of the places that we come often. I was able to get a membership here. It was $150 for the whole entire year, so we can come every single day they're open. And on Wednesdays and Fridays, I believe, which is today's Wednesday, they do a STEM experiment for free, obviously with the membership. As long as you can get in, it's free. And on Fridays, they actually provide a snack. So we're out here right now. The kids are playing in their outdoor area. In this video, I'm actually gonna be focusing on like budget-friendly things to do to socialize your kids. So I told you all I paid $150 for this membership. That was just a one-time fee. But if you do have the finances, at our Children's Museum at least, they also host like extra activities. For example, next month they have an insect. You're gonna knock my drink. They have an insect day coming up. It's $12 per person, and they're gonna have interactive activities and exhibits with insects. So you can also add on things like that. There'll be lots of kids there, and they can interact and play. Look at that! They added a globe. This is nice, and it glows. The globe. Okay. Hold on, we're gonna see. We're gonna see who can tell me what country, who can point to the country we live in for bonus point. Bonus points.
I want to see that.
Yep.
This one.
Jonah's pointing to it.
This one.
What country do we live in? What is it called?
United States of America.
Say globe. I'm gonna tell you guys the top 2 places that my kids typically socialize the most at, because everywhere we go they don't socialize. Everywhere we go they don't actually socialize. They pick and choose if they want to, and they usually play a lot within their own sibling group, and you know, so they don't really search outside the sibling group unless someone comes up to them. Most of the time when they play with other kids, it's because other kids have approached them to play, but coincidentally, the 2 places that are free are the places where they socialize the most, and that would be the library and the park. The park is definitely number 1. Parks and splash pad is where they play with kids the most. The last time we're at there's a park around the corner from here, and when we were here, we actually met a homeschool family. It was a mom, she had 3 kids. I exchanged numbers with her, but we never ended up texting or anything. But our kids played while we were here. We were at a park that's around the corner, and oh my gosh, y'all, it made me so happy. There was like a huge group of kids. It was like 15 kids, and they were all playing together. My kids included, on this spinny thing, like y'all know, the thing that you could get on and the kids could spin it around and like hop on and hop off. They were all playing with that together, and it made me so happy. So they play a lot there, and then at the library they have homeschool activities. We recently went to a homeschool meetup. Now they didn't like socialize that much over there, just because whenever it's like activities where they have to do certain things and it's scheduled out, they tend to not interact with other kids as much and socialize as much whenever they're busy doing an actual activity. And that's why whenever I put them in like sports, because we've done sports, Kids Strong, things like that, they don't tend to socialize as much because it's like they're on a schedule and they have things they have to do, and they don't have time to just stop and talk to each other. There are also plenty of homeschool groups on Facebook, so if you simply look up Facebook, you'll find homeschool groups. They do a lot of homeschool meetups at skate rinks, bowling alleys. If you're really social as a person, personally I'm not that social. The more social you are, the more social your kids will be, and you can make friends. Honestly, if you just go out to the park in the middle of the day, go out to the splash pad in the middle of the day, you'll see other homeschool families. Like, it's super easy. Like I said, when I was here the last time, I exchanged numbers with somebody. It's super easy to find people. My kids also have cousins who they play with. They have neighborhood friends who they play with. They've never had any issues when they've been around other kids. They socialize just fine, or they choose not to. If they don't feel like talking to someone and a kid comes up to them, they're not feeling the vibe, they don't talk to them. We actually frequent the park and the splash pad so much that we've ended up seeing the same kids there over and over, and the kids have made friends with them. So we went to the park a couple of times. We saw this little kid. They played with him like 2 or 3 times. Every time we went, we saw him. We've met up with this other, we didn't meet up on purpose, but we've accidentally ran into another kid. We saw him at the splash pad, the kids played, and then we saw him again at another park. Just by happenstance, they were there at the same time and the kids played. So they also have regular friends. Before we moved here, we had families that we met up with regularly at each other's house because we were that close. But ever since we moved back down here, we haven't had that yet. So I do hope to get there in the future where they have like a regular set friends who they could build a long-term bond and relationship with. But we're gonna get to that once we find out where we want to live and we plant more roots somewhere. If y'all watched my last homeschool video, I spoke about the curriculum that I want to purchase. It's called Christian Light Education. It's about $500 or maybe a little bit more to buy the curriculum for my kids. Now, I don't know what I was thinking, because I am really just in a different financial situation that I used to be in, and I was about to go to buy half of it, and then I remembered, 1, there's free curriculum out there, and 2, we're at a store and they have like a huge homeschool selection. So if you're looking to homeschool your kids, or even like set your kids up a little classroom for like tutoring, extra, curricular homework stuff, this will be a great store to go to. So me and the kids are about to go inside and see what they have. I'm just looking for a more affordable curriculum option for us right now until we get back to where we want to be, where I can buy whatever I want and choose whichever curriculum I want. Because y'all, some of these curriculums could get really pricey, but don't be discouraged. I remember when I first looked up curriculum and I was like overwhelmed. I did not know how much it really cost, but there's so many cheaper, affordable options. A lot of the homeschool influencers have like this, you know, this really expensive curriculum. They have these huge homeschool rooms where little classrooms. I mean, y'all, I used to have that. I had the little room, it had all the posters, everything on the board, the kids had their desks, but we don't have that anymore. And I just want everybody to know that it's still possible to homeschool your kids if you're lower income like me. Y'all, I like these cups. They're so cute. They're only $12.99. I like this one. That's a good price for a cup this big. I can't wait till I can get another classroom and have it set up. So nice, huh? No, they're posters. Like, this would be great to have up on the wall. I can't wait till I have another classroom. I like this. They could write on this.
What's this tiny fishy book?
First Guide to Fishes of North America. They also have these small little workbooks, stuff like this. But these type of workbooks I like to get from the Dollar Tree. You can find really good like white books, stuff like this. These small books, you could get it for $1.50, or I guess $1.75 now at the Dollar Tree. That stands for, they have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Have what? Is it hard?
It's for handwriting, to learn how to write in cursive. I think it's like a beginner's book.
Mommy, catch me because I'm gonna fall back.
No, I can't catch you. Don't fall. Y'all, so it's actually the next day. I ended up leaving without any books or curriculum for them. I did get 2 little workbooks for Rain. She got a comprehensive reading workbook and a cursive writing practice workbook. And I got like some pencil grip adjuster things that you put on the edge of their pencils. I only ended up spending like $16 in there just because it was so overwhelming. It was so many books and I just didn't know what to get. But I'm actually glad I walked out of there without finding anything, because I remembered, y'all, everything is like jogging my memory now that I'm back looking for curriculum again. Like, it's that time of year. I had a conversation with someone like several months ago who was telling me they recently put their kid in homeschool, a free online homeschool through the state. And I wrote it down, I put it in my phone, and I forgot about it until yesterday, or that was last night, I think. So it's pretty much an online public charter school is what they call it. It's not K through 12, because I believe K through 12 is an online public school, if I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong about that. But it's an online public charter school. It's completely free. All you have to do is enroll your kids, and they'll even send you a free computer to use, a free laptop. I don't know if it's a laptop or a computer, probably a laptop, and your kids just get on there and they could do their work. All you have to do is prove that you're a resident of the state. So that is another option that I'm probably going to end up going with. I'm so happy I'm remembering all of these things, because it's like so helpful, y'all, just because of my position that I'm in right now. So I think that's what we're going to end up doing. And also thank you to everybody who told me about Khan Academy. Me and the kids did start doing Khan Academy. They like it so far. I do think they liked ABC Mouse better because they had more like interactive games they could play, but they're getting used to Khan Academy. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel my membership or my subscription that I had with ABC Mouse, y'all. But yeah, that's the end of this video. Thank y'all for watching to the end, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.